Hey, so I think this will be the first video in my little um self-care within healthcare video. So that's exciting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So we shall see, but either way, I wanted to talk about really quickly. We're at the holiday season and this is not like popular. I don't think this is like popular opinion, and we definitely have like a habit of just taking things because that's the way it always has been. That's the way, but it doesn't have to be the right way, or it may not be the right way for you. So, what I'm trying to get into is work-life balance with healthcare. Like, so when I first came onto my into my career, working 3 12s in a row was something that I didn't even know was a thing. Yeah, you do it, you get through it and whatever, but it's like it's okay to do what's best for you and have a work-life balance, have a schedule, take control of your life so that it is more doable for you. Now, I get it. A job may have its requirements, and if you sign that contract, then you're saying, okay, in exchange for this set amount, I will perform these tasks. I will complete these tasks. I get that, but also too, when you get down into your policies and procedures, and you get down into your new hire handbook and your employee guides and things like that. Just find out what your rights are. Find out where you have options. Find out what is available to you so that you can have what you need to be the best. Because staying on a job that you feel like HR and management, upper management, doesn't take your needs and your lifestyle into consideration, and you're burning out, blah blah blah, well, then you're no good to anyone. There's no point in saying, I'm an aide, I'm a nurse, and yet I'm miserable here, and you're complaining about everything, and you're not able to have, again, the time that you need to do things, the benefits that you need to have the quality of life that you need. And this really goes back for me for time. So, for example, I needed to take a leave of absence. So I could have been lazy and been like, oh, well, someone said they're just not sure about it, and left it at that. Or I could really take initiative and really just not fight, because it's not a fight, it's not an issue, it's no one else's responsibility than to give it's no one else's responsibility to give me what I need. So all I did was just say, okay, well, I'm going to look into that. I'll read, I'll dig, I'll push. And it took a couple weeks to even get my leave of absence approved, but it was available to me. It was a thing. It did not initially fit into the family medical family and medical leave of absence act or whatever, but there was still other options available to me that, again, had I just left it up to someone to just tell me, oh, I'm not sure if that's a thing, I don't know, I'd have to look into it, well, that's leaving it very open-ended, and I didn't have time for that. So when you go and speak to upper management, when you go look and see, how much PTO is available to you, what are your options with, scheduling? Can you find a compromise with, working maybe only 2 weekends out of the month and having, some weekends off, and or whatever, or alternating your nights and weekends. If you don't push, and if you don't create that for yourself and get the answers that you need, no one is going to sit you down and be like, you seem a little disgruntled. You seem a little like uneasy on the unit, and there's been some talk, there's been some whatever. We just want everyone to be comfortable. We want everyone to have a great experience here. So what can we do for you? Well, they have enough to do. You're smart enough to know how to get through nursing school. You should be smart enough to know and enough take yourself seriously enough to like put yourself first and create the work-life balance that you need, because it's no one else's responsibility to give it to you anyway. At the end of the day, these are people just like you. So upper management, HR, the unit manager, the director of all the things, whatever, even the third party companies that handle At least with my hospital, they weren't even on site. They didn't really, I don't even think they were in my same state. But for whatever reason, they were handling, you had to call a 1-800 number to connect to the department that would approve your leave. And they didn't even have answers. They sent me right back to where I started with HR. So again, I really took pride in saying, I'm going to, and I, as much time as I've given you all, as far as like my loyalty and my commitment to this unit and patient care and all these things, I think that you all can hold my position so that I can be the best employee that I can be and come back with some things at home resolved. At the time, I didn't have reliable childcare. So every night I had to figure out who's going to watch my kids so I could work a 12. And so it was like, y'all not going to write me up for this. I need you to support me so that I can come back and have a peace of mind. And so at the end of the day, they were able to do that. Why? Because I came back with receipts. I came back with their writing, their resources, their information saying, hey, look, right here, line blah, 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 section, blah, blah, blah. It says here, employees are allowed to take up to a month to resolve personal issues, whatever. You can pull for your PTO, blah, 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 blah. I had educated them on that. And I didn't do it in a very nasty, big-headed, y'all should know this kind of way. Y'all were going to withhold this from me. No, it's not that. It's just that, maybe they don't come in contact with these type of things all the time. So it might have been kind of like just not as, not as popular of a request. They have a million other things to do. At the time, we're in the middle of vaccines being mandated and trying to figure all that out. I say we, but I'm talking about the organization as a hospital, clearing exemptions, dealing with the high turnover of, employees leaving and blah, 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 travel nurses coming in and out. So I get it that it's a lot to manage a whole hospital and everyone's personal needs and blah, blah, blah. But if you don't push for yourself, this is your career, this is your life, then how can they even support you in that if they don't know what you need? If you're one of those people that just, you send an email, you don't get an answer, and you're just like, well, I guess, they never got back to me, or they never approved and even if it isn't, a request, a leave of absence, it could be your vacation. It could be your, you going part-time. It could be you going to as an as needed status. It could be, again, you switching your schedule so that it really works for you. Maybe you can do some days, maybe you can do some nights. You knowing what you need and then being very clear and concise and firm about that, and then presenting that to them, and then staying on these people to give you what you need so that you can have the best experience at your nursing home, on your unit, with your assignment, wherever you're providing care. Because there's nothing worse than someone who is responsible for taking care of someone's mother, or, a patient that is very needy, maybe combative, very forgetful. The patients that really test your patience, and you are going to find yourself emotionally uneasy and unable to perform your job in a professional manner with patience, with empathy, because of what you're going through, because you really don't want to be there, because you have things at home that, you can't seem to, balance with work, blah, blah, blah. And you're feeling drained, but you need the dollar. You need to make a living for yourself. That is the worst place to be. And that's not how, you work so hard for your degree, you work so hard for your license, you work so hard to, you have some type of caring nature about you to even want to choose and go through with healthcare. But you don't want to get to a position where you can't even provide the best patient care because you're so stressed out. That helps no one. That defeats the purpose. And then, a couple bad, experiences and situations where you may have to be checked, peer reviewed, or, other people get involved, and it's a question of your work ethic. It only takes sometimes one time, and sometimes a couple times for people to be like, are you all right? Maybe this isn't the best place for you. You don't want that. Not because, what is this on my shirt? I tried to get it off earlier. Oh, it's just a piece of lint. Not because of, again, you are internalizing your stress because you don't have a work-life balance. So that's just some encouragement. You're going to have to create the way for yourself. When you get any job, no job is going to be like, like you're just going to be signing the golden ticket, signing, with this beautiful feather pen. And you're just like, yes, this is going to be this job and this company, this organization, this whatever, this group home, this nursing home is just going to be everything I needed to be. They're going to give me everything. They have the best, they look out for all their employees, blah, blah, blah. No, you have to give that to yourself. You have to stay on them. You have to let them know, no, I may not be the one to always call for overtime. If I want overtime, I will call you. And you're not going to guilt me. These are little things that you'll have to set boundaries around so that they know who they're dealing with in a very respectful way. You're not only a competent nurse, but you're a competent human being, and you have some self-worth about you. You're not about this burnout culture. You're not about this, oh my God, I worked 60 hours in, so many days. That ain't nothing to brag on. I would then be questioning, you being able to pay attention and focus and provide top tier care. How are you able to do that if you're running off fumes and coffee and Red Bulls and you haven't had a vacation? So that would be my tip, to really just know that it's okay to push. It's okay to go back behind HR and say, I'm going to double check my options, what is available to me, because it's all there. It's all there. And you know what they say, where to hide some certain things that sometimes can be in a pamphlet, in a book, in a PDF, in a link, because, our culture now is once this like microwave information. Just give it to me in a PowerPoint. No, you're going to have to dig. You're going to have to find out, what these policies and procedures are and what is available to you so that you can have the best. 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 So I hope this holiday season, I'm wishing you, I hope that you have no burnout. You get all the bonuses. If you want overtime, you got the overtime. If you want, that dream travel assignment, if you're expanding, if you're, trying something new, it's all the money and all the resources. I hope, wishing you all the best with your patients, with families, with all the healthcare dreams and wishes. And when you're in healthcare, you know what that's like. Give me the strongest coffee. Give me a great snack. Give me a great lunch. Give me a good break. Give me a good night's rest or good day's rest. You know what I mean? It's the simple things. It's the little things. So, and potlucks, banquets, all the things. So, until my next tidbit video within healthcare, self-care, self-love, I will talk to you later. Peace. Bye.